Lisandro Martinez returns. Why Amorim's patient approach could save United's season. Welcome to Unite United News, your source for smart football analysis. Hello and welcome to Unite United News, where we bring you more than just the headlines. We give you the context. We explain the decisions. We help you understand why things happen at Manchester United, not just what happens. While other outlets rush to give you quick reactions, we take the time to analyze properly and give you insights that actually matter. That is why thousands of United fans trust us every single day to keep them informed about their football club. So thank you for being here. Now let us talk about some genuinely exciting news that arrived this week at Carrington. The return everyone has been waiting for. Imagine being told you cannot do the one thing you love most in the world for 8 months. Imagine watching your teammates play matches, celebrate victories, and share the dressing room while you are stuck on the sidelines. Imagine the frustration of injury, the pain of rehabilitation, the endless hours in the gym doing exercises that feel nothing like actual football. That has been the reality for Lisandro Martinez since February. But this week, something changed. Something that Manchester United fans have been desperately waiting for finally happened. Lisandro Martinez returned to training with the first team. After 8 long months of recovery from a serious knee injury, the Argentine defender was back on the pitch with his teammates, doing what he does best. This is huge news for Manchester United. Martinez is not just any player. He is not just another defender who can fill in when needed. He is a leader. He is a warrior. He is the kind of player who raises the performance level of everyone around him just by being on the pitch. United have missed him badly during his absence. And now he is finally on his way back. But there is a complication. Martinez himself is desperate to play immediately. He wanted to be in the squad to face Nottingham Forest this weekend. He has been begging manager Ruben Amorim to include him. And Amorim has said no. The manager is being cautious. He is taking his time. He is refusing to rush Martinez back even though the player himself wants to return. Is Amorim being too careful? Is he wasting an opportunity to strengthen his team? Or is this exactly the right approach that could prevent disaster down the line? Let us dig into the story and understand what is really happening. Understanding what Martinez has been through. Before we judge whether Amorim is making the right decision, we need to understand exactly what Lisandro Martinez has been dealing with for the past 8 months. Because this was not just a minor knock that kept him out for a few weeks. This was serious. Martinez suffered an anterior cruciate ligament injury. If you are not familiar with medical terminology, this is one of the worst injuries a footballer can suffer. The ACL is a crucial ligament in your knee that provides stability and allows you to change direction, jump, and land safely. When you tear it, you cannot play football. Simple as that. The injury happened back in February during a match against Crystal Palace at Old Trafford. United lost that game 2-1, and they also lost their best defender for what everyone knew would be a very long time. ACL injuries typically require surgery followed by months of careful rehabilitation. There are no shortcuts. There is no way to speed up the process. Your body needs time to heal properly. Martinez underwent surgery earlier this year, then began the long road back to fitness. First, there was the period where he could barely move. Then gradual exercises to regain basic movement in the knee. Then strength training to rebuild the muscles that had weakened during the injury. Then running. Then change of direction work. Then finally, football-specific training. This process has taken 8 months. 8 months of Martinez working every single day at Carrington, doing his rehabilitation, watching his teammates from afar, desperate to get back on the pitch. Can you imagine the mental strength that requires? The dedication? The patience? And now, finally, he is back training with the first team. This is a massive milestone. This is proof that his recovery is progressing well. This is the first step toward him playing matches again. But it is only the first step. And that is what Martinez needs to understand. That is why Amorim is being so careful. Why Martinez wants to play immediately. So why is Martinez so desperate to play right away? Why is he begging Amorim to include him in the squad for Nottingham Forest when he has only just returned to training? First, you have to understand the personality of Lisandro Martinez. This is not a player who is content to sit on the sidelines. This is not someone who takes a cautious approach to anything. Martinez plays football like his life depends on it. He is aggressive, he is fearless, he throws his body into challenges that most defenders would avoid. That mentality is what makes him such a good player. But it also means he has no patience for being careful. From Martinez's perspective, he has been out for 8 months. He has done all the rehabilitation work. He has passed all the medical tests. He is back training with the team. So why should he wait any longer? He wants to play. He wants to help his team. He wants to feel like a footballer again instead of an injured player working his way back. There is also the competitive aspect. Martinez knows that United have been playing well recently. They have won 3 matches in a row. They are climbing the Premier League table. A win against Nottingham Forest could take them up to 2nd place temporarily. These are important matches. These are the kind of games that Martinez lives for. Of course, he wants to be involved. And then there is the fear that every injured player feels. The fear that during your absence, other players have taken your place and you might not get it back. The fear that the team has learned to cope without you and you are no longer as important as you once were. The fear of becoming irrelevant. Martinez has watched as other defenders have filled in during his absence. Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire, Matthijs de Ligt, Lenny Yoro. All of them have played important matches. All of them have had opportunities to prove themselves. And recently, Maguire in particular has been playing very well. He has rediscovered his form. He looks like the defender United thought they were signing when they made him the most expensive defender in the world. So Martinez is probably thinking that if he does not get back on the pitch soon, he might find himself fighting for his place instead of walking straight back into the team. That is a scary thought for any professional footballer. All of these factors combine to make Martinez desperate to play immediately. And you cannot really blame him. His desire to play is actually a positive thing. It shows he cares. It shows he is committed. It shows he wants to help United succeed. But wanting something and being ready for something are 2 different things. And that is where Ruben Amorim comes in. Why Amorim is being cautious. Ruben Amorim has been very clear in his communication about Martinez. In his pre-match press conference before the Nottingham Forest game, Amorim was asked about whether Martinez might be included in the squad. His answer was straightforward. He wants to go to this one, meaning Forest, but he is not going to this one. He is going to need time. Amorim also explained that Martinez has started training with the team but needs to progress slowly. He is going to get better gradually. The message is clear. Patience is required. Rushing is not an option. But why is Amorim being so cautious? Why not give Martinez a chance on the bench at least? Why not see how he does in a match situation? The answer is simple but incredibly important. ACL injuries are no joke. If you come back too quickly, if you return before you are truly ready, you risk making the injury worse. You risk needing another surgery. You risk being out for another 8 months or even longer. The consequences of rushing back are severe. Amorim has seen what happened to other players who returned too quickly from serious injuries. Many of them suffered setbacks. Many of them had to go through the rehabilitation process all over again. Some never quite recovered their previous level. The history of football is full of players whose careers were derailed by coming back from injury too soon. As a manager, Amorim has to think long-term. Yes, having Martinez available for the Nottingham Forest match would be nice. But is it worth the risk? What if Martinez plays, feels something in his knee, and has to come off? What if he tries to make a tackle, his knee gives way, and suddenly he is back to square one? The risk is simply not worth the potential reward. United can beat Nottingham Forest without Martinez. They have been winning matches without him for 8 months. They can wait a bit longer to have him back at full fitness rather than gambling on him being ready now. There is also the fact that Martinez has only just returned to training. He has been doing individual work and rehabilitation for months. But training with the full squad at match intensity with tackles flying in and the pace of the game much higher is completely different. His body needs time to adjust to that. Think about it this way. If you had not run for 8 months and then suddenly tried to run a marathon, what would happen? You would probably injure yourself. Your body would not be ready for that level of stress even if you felt mentally ready. The same principle applies here. Martinez's mind might be telling him he is ready to play, but his body needs more time. The value Martinez brings even in training. Interestingly, Amorim mentioned something else in his press conference that shows he understands Martinez's importance. Even though the defender is not ready to play matches yet, Amorim talked about the value he brings just by being back in training. He gives us that edge in every training session, Amorim said. That is also really good for us. Think about what that means. Martinez's presence is making training better for everyone. His intensity, his competitiveness, his refusal to accept anything less than maximum effort, all of that is pushing his teammates to raise their standards. This is the sign of a true leader. Martinez does not need to be playing matches to make Manchester United better. Just by being present, by demanding excellence in training, by showing his teammates what commitment looks like, he is making a positive impact. This is valuable right now, but it will be even more valuable once Martinez is actually fit to play. The team is benefiting from his presence in training. They are learning from him. They are being pushed by him. And when he does eventually return to match action, they will be ready to play alongside him because they have been training with him for weeks. This is smart management from Amorim. He is using Martinez's return to training as an opportunity to improve the entire squad, not just rushing to get one player back on the pitch. The competition for places. One aspect of the Martinez situation that makes it more complicated is the competition for defensive positions at Manchester United right now. Because while Martinez has been out, other defenders have stepped up. And some of them have been playing very well. Harry Maguire is the most obvious example. The former United captain has had a difficult few years. He was stripped of the captaincy. He was criticized heavily by fans and media. There were times when it looked like his United career might be over. But this season, Maguire has rediscovered his form. He has been solid defensively. He has provided leadership. He has reminded everyone why United paid so much money for him. Matthijs de Ligt has also been impressive. The Dutch defender arrived with a big reputation and has shown quality when given opportunities. He is young, he is talented, and he could develop into one of the best defenders in the Premier League. Lenny Yoro is another option. Luke Shaw has filled in when needed. Amorim has multiple choices for his centre-back positions. This is good for the squad overall because it means depth and competition. But it is complicated for Martinez because it means he cannot just assume he will walk back into the starting 11. Does this mean Martinez will struggle to get his place back? Probably not. Martinez at his best is better than any of the other options United have. His combination of aggression, technical ability, and leadership makes him special. When he is fully fit, he should be starting for Manchester United. But he will need to prove he is fully fit first. He will need to show in training that his knee has recovered completely. He will need to demonstrate that he has the sharpness and intensity that made him so important before the injury. Only then will he reclaim his starting position. This competition for places is actually healthy. It means players cannot relax. It means everyone needs to maintain high standards. It means that when Martinez does return to the team, he will need to be at his very best to stay there. That kind of pressure brings out the best in top players. When can we expect Martinez to play? So if Martinez is not ready for Nottingham Forest, when will he actually play? What is the realistic timeline for his return to match action? Based on Amorim's comments, it seems unlikely that Martinez will feature before the international break. United face Nottingham Forest this weekend, then they travel to Tottenham Hotspur. After that comes the international break. The smart money would be on Martinez returning to the squad after the international break. That would give him more time to build up his fitness in training. It would give him time to get sharper. It would give Amorim and the medical team more time to assess whether he is truly ready. This timeline would mean Martinez has been back in full training for several weeks before playing a match. That is sensible. That is careful. That is the kind of patient approach that prevents setbacks. When Martinez does eventually return to match action, it will probably be gradual. Maybe he starts on the bench for his first game back. Then he comes on for 20 minutes. Then 30 minutes. Then maybe he starts a match but gets substituted after 60 minutes, gradually building up his game time until he is ready to play full matches again. This graduated return is standard practice for players coming back from serious injuries. You do not go from 8 months out straight to playing 90 minutes twice a week. You build up slowly. You listen to your body. You make sure everything is working properly before pushing to full capacity. United fans will need to be patient. They will need to trust the process. They will need to accept that getting Martinez back at full fitness is more important than getting him back on the pitch as quickly as possible. What Martinez's return means for United. Once Martinez is fully fit and back in the team, what impact will he have? Why does his return matter so much for Manchester United? First, there is the defensive solidity he brings. Martinez is an excellent defender. He reads the game well. He makes crucial tackles and interceptions. He is comfortable on the ball and can help build attacks from the back. All of these qualities will improve United's defense. But Martinez brings more than just defensive ability. He brings an attitude. He brings a mentality. He brings the kind of aggression and competitiveness that lifts everyone around him. When Martinez is on the pitch, United play with more intensity. They fight harder. They refuse to be bullied. That edge has been missing during his absence. There is also his leadership. Martinez might not wear the captain's armband, but he is a leader nonetheless. He organizes the defense. He demands standards from his teammates. He leads by example with his commitment and work rate. These leadership qualities are valuable for any team, but especially for a Manchester United side that is still developing under a new manager. Martinez's return will also give Amorim more tactical flexibility. With multiple quality center-backs available, Amorim can rotate players to keep everyone fresh. He can adjust his tactics based on the opposition. He can handle injuries and suspensions without panic. This depth is crucial for competing on multiple fronts throughout a long season. And finally, there is the boost to morale that Martinez's return provides. Players who have been out for a long time often return with renewed hunger and determination. They appreciate being able to play in a way that players who have never been seriously injured sometimes do not. That appreciation translates into performances on the pitch. Learning from past mistakes. Manchester United have experience with bringing players back too quickly from injury, and that experience has not always been positive. Over the years, the club has rushed players back only to see them break down again. These setbacks have cost United points, trophies, and have damaged players' careers. Amorim is clearly determined not to repeat these mistakes. He is being conservative with Martinez's return because he has learned from history. He knows that patience now could prevent disaster later. This approach should be applauded even if it frustrates fans who want to see Martinez playing immediately. Good management is not always about giving people what they want right now. Sometimes it is about making the difficult decisions that protect the long-term interests of the player and the club. Martinez will play for Manchester United again. That is certain. But he will play when he is truly ready, not when he thinks he is ready or when fans want him to be ready. He will play when Amorim and the medical team are confident that the risk of setback has been minimized. That is the smart way to handle this situation. That is how you protect valuable players and ensure they can contribute for years to come rather than just for a few matches before breaking down again. Final thoughts. Patience will be rewarded. The return of Lisandro Martinez to training is genuinely exciting news for Manchester United. After 8 months of absence, one of the team's best defenders is finally on his way back. The impact he will have once fully fit could be significant for United's season. But the key word there is once fully fit. Right now, Martinez is not ready to play matches. He has only just returned to team training. His body needs more time to adapt. His knee needs to be tested properly before being exposed to the intensity of Premier League football. Ruben Amorim understands this. Despite Martinez is pleased to be included in the squad, despite the temptation to rush a quality player back, Amorim is being patient. He is being cautious. He is thinking long-term rather than short-term. This is good management. This is smart decision-making. This is the kind of approach that will serve Manchester United well, not just with Martinez, but with all injury situations going forward. United fans need to be patient too. They need to trust the process. They need to accept that waiting a few more weeks to have Martinez at full fitness is better than rushing him back now and risking another 8 months on the sidelines. The wait will be worth it. When Martinez finally does return to match action, when he is truly ready and at full fitness, he will make Manchester United better. He will improve the defense. He will provide leadership. He will bring that competitive edge that has been missing. Until then, he is making the team better just by being present in training. He is pushing his teammates. He is raising standards. He is showing what commitment and dedication look like. That is the mark of a special player. And Manchester United are lucky to have him. Thank you for your patience and trust. Thank you for joining us here at Unite United News for this detailed look at the Lisandro Martinez situation. We know that sometimes patience is difficult in football. We know that fans want to see their best players on the pitch as soon as possible. But we also know that smart decisions require thinking beyond the immediate moment. This is what we try to do at Unite United News. We give you the complete picture. We explain not just what is happening but why it is happening. We help you understand the decisions being made at Manchester United so you can appreciate the complexity of managing a top football club. Amorim's handling of Martinez's return shows he is thinking carefully about player welfare and long-term success. That should give United fans confidence that they have a manager who makes smart decisions even when they are difficult. We encourage you to bookmark Unite United News and make us your first stop for Manchester United coverage every day. We are here to give you thoughtful analysis, detailed explanations, and insights that go deeper than the headlines. Whether it is injury news like this, transfer speculation, tactical analysis, or match reports, we cover it all with the depth and care it deserves. The Martinez story will continue to develop in the coming weeks. We will be here to update you every step of the way. When he returns to the bench for the first time, we will analyze what it means. When he makes his first appearance, we will break down his performance. When he reclaims his starting position, we will explain the impact on the team. Until then, keep supporting your team. Keep believing in the process. Keep trusting that patient, smart decisions now will lead to success in the future. And remember that at Unite United News, we are always here to help you understand the beautiful complexity of Manchester United. Glory, glory, Man United!